Hi, good day, good night, good evening, depending on what time you happen to be watching this. Welcome to another episode of House of Stars. I'm your girl Star, and today, as you can see from the title, I am doing another video or animal video, highly anticipated, even though it is late this year, my 2023 yearly predictions. So finally, it is up. I just been lifing. So I finally got this video up finally, and I know a lot of you guys have been hitting me up and asking where the video is, and I thank you guys so much for the support. I think the last time I was ever this late for a video was in 2017, and I think I was like 4 days late. I've never been like a week late into the new year. Usually I like to get these videos out before the year starts. So, there's that. Another continuation, as you know, there was a video I just posted on Spirit Husbands. A lot of you guys have been asking for more information on how to do the full process and things like that, which I'm going to put out a more descriptive video on doing that. But I've just recently moved, so I'm just trying to get like everything in order and get everything all organized in my personal life so that I can actually sit down and get everything going. So let's just get right into it. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And again, if you'd like to book a reading, all my information will be posted in the description box. So first things first, 2023. So we got 2 and 2 and 3, which adds up. If you were to condense the numbers, it adds up to 7. So this is a number 7 year, which if you were to align this with the Orishas, it doesn't fall under, I get the sense it's going to be a very Yemaya-ish type of year. But there's a lot of different impressions that have come in as I've been sitting with God, sitting with my ancestors on what's to come. But I'm just going to tap into spirit and just see what comes through in the messages of what's going to come for 2023 and whatever predictions may come through. Okay? So let's start off with prayer. Okay, the first thing I see, like the biggest thing that comes forth for this year is family. So I get the sense that there's a lot of family energy coming in, or a lot of generational or ancestral things that are going to be settled out this year. Or if a lot of people have been at odds when it comes to family members, it feels like there's a sense of unity when it comes to family, okay? Because I don't know why I feel like this is an energy this year where it comes to karmic energy resulting to families. So whether it's karmic energy as in putting the bad karma into good karma or vice versa, it feels like that's kind of the emblem of what's being spread over this year. I actually feel like this is a year that is a deep delving year for people to actually delve into self in a way. So you're going to see a huge influx of a lot of people that are coming forth and talking about the reality of where they understand of self, tapping into their spiritualities, tapping into their intuition, tapping into a certain pool of frequency where it's like, okay, that's what makes sense why I got family. But tapping into a frequency where people are going to start to come in alignment with their own tribe and their own understanding. Socially is what I do see, is that's tapping in for this year. I do get the sense when it comes to like the entertainment world, it's weird because I feel like as I'm looking at the entertainment world, I'm looking at it as a big tree, but I'm starting to see the tree break down and it's like new people are being replaced. Okay. So it's funny, like how I mentioned family starting off like a family tree, right? So you have your people that are the highest part of the sector when it comes to the industry. And then you have your people that, kind of fall down or are descendants of what or connect to what. But I feel like there's going to be a certain breakdown of that, and then certain people are going to be replaced. So certain people that usually had the power of influence, you're going to start to see their power of influence over the industry start to diminish in a certain way, and you're going to see newer people or newer wave of people start to have more influence. I get the sense that moving into 2023, you're going to see people talking more about the reality of the industry, or people in the industry that you would likely see that would be more, I guess, dismissive or, will hold back. You're going to start seeing people be more open and talking about their experience or talking about, like, I don't know why I get this sense of rebellion that is coming over this year, because I get the sense that there's a loosening of control that's actually starting to happen. Don't get me wrong, for every control that we experience in this world, there's always a new sense of control that gets introduced. But the old-fashioned way, or the understanding of what the control is, or what we're marginalized under, there's going to be a shift that's going to happen within that. I do get the sense that there is going to be, I don't know why we see worldly disasters. I see a hurricane. It feels to me that it's coming on the eastern sides of America, or the eastern side of America, or North America in general, which I feel like when I see this is not really common for the climate in these areas, but I feel like there's going to be some kind of hurricane or like natural disaster that's going to happen within that area as well. I just saw people running. I don't know why. I just seen a bunch of people running, and I heard like big stomping. So I don't know what that may mean, but I do see the essence of that coming in. Like, I don't know why, like, Spirit is using the reference of Bigfoot. I don't know why. So I don't know what that means, but like there's an essence of Bigfoot and some kind of natural disaster that comes in alignment when it comes to that. I do see that there's going to be a celebrity that is known for being surrounded by people that is going to announce that they have a baby. So say, for example, if it's like the Kardashians, and like out of all the kids, Kendall's the one that doesn't have a child, that she may announce a pregnancy this year. But it feels like a group in a family dynamic where it's almost shocking that that person isn't ready to be a parent, is going to be a parent this year, or announce their pregnancy, or whatever the case may be. I do get the sense too as well. I don't know why I see something that is surrounding around Mayweather. So I don't know if it's some kind of scandal or something like that, or maybe a record of his that he's been able to withhold. I don't know if it gets ripped away from him or he gets beaten some way. I don't know. But I just saw that with Mayweather as well. I'm actually seeing something around his daughter, which I did see online, that her child's father just got married. But I actually end up seeing that she's going to be aligned with somebody else publicly. And it feels like this is somebody that is in sports. But I feel like this is going to be a good relationship for her, because for some reason, this relationship is going to catapult her to be more present in, present more of a personality when it comes to the industry. But I see that happening as well. I do see something coming forth when it comes to a spiritual person. I don't know if it's like Miss Cleo or somebody, but somebody that is a world-renowned spiritual person. I see them being exposed. But it almost feels the energy like they get exposed, and then they expose whoever exposed them in some way. So it feels like it's almost like a fight back. You know what I mean? But I don't know what it is, but when it comes to this exposure, it feels to me that the person that's defending themselves, like, they got all the receipts and facts. You know what I mean? So it's going to really break down, like, I don't know. I get the sense that it's going to break down a reality when it comes to certain people within the industry, okay? But that's something that I do see as well. I also hear the sense that the curse is breaking. The curse is breaking. So I feel like a lot of people that have been going through, I think in the last 3 years, the last 2 to 3 years, that have been going through a lot of spiritual upheaval or like spiritual restriction, is like there's going to be a free flow that's going to happen, or a freeing of the energies that's going to end up happening. I also get the sense too, and I actually was talking to somebody about this the other day. A lot of people that have been manifesting stuff from like 2020 to now, that a lot of things that have been manifesting in the past couple of years, you're going to start to see manifestation of those things start to take place this year. Because this year is a year that has a lot of flow to it. You know what I mean? It feels like it flows very smoothly, very easily, things like that. I feel like about maybe year, I don't know why I feel like they're saying that they're going to come out with like some kind of cure or some kind of alternative to like COVID, or try to rid it or something like that. But we already know what the story is with that whole situation. But I feel like I get number 6. I feel like around June, there's definitely going to be something that's going to be introduced that is that is kind of like the beacon or the catalyst to like ridding this whole wave of this pandemic that has taken over our lives over the past 3 years. But I also get the sense that there's going to be something else that may come as present as well. I don't know if it has something to do with the skin again, but there's going to be something else that's going to be present that they're going to try to push a vaccine or something to have as well. Because I know I see injection and I see skin, is what I see. I don't know if is there an election this year? Because I don't know why I get the sense that there's going to be an election and there might be a new president. I don't know why I get the sense that if there is an election this year, like I'm not sure if it's a president or vice. I'm not sure, but there's going to be a switch around that situation. But I did say in my videos before, because I remember when I thought it was Donald Trump, that I felt like whoever was president at that time was going to either get sick and they might be eligible to do 2 terms, but they may have to step down because of their health. So there's something in there about that. So what do I see about Kanye West? Because he came up. Kanye West right now, I get the energy of his energy being sedated. But like I don't care what anybody does to this guy. You're never gonna really silence him on how he feels, because I feel like his throat chakra is so busted wide open. Like he's had to keep so much in over the years, and he's at a point where it's like word diarrhea. Like it's like and let's be real, we've always known Kanye West for being very outspoken, but it's like I feel like no matter how much people try to subdue his words, like they're not successful at it. And I feel like it's like he's like, I see his energy being like a channel. You know what I mean? It's so funny because it's funny how there's these names and Ifa, like names are very powerful, of course, right? Or in general, names are very powerful. And certain names that we're given, like they're not names for no reason. You know what I mean? And I find it so weird how he's always gone by Jesus, like obviously a play on Jesus, you know, being a prophet. And then Jay was like Jehovah, you know? But it's funny how they have a certain hierarchy when it comes to the hip hop industry, and almost like Kanye in a way, even though he was his successor, like being like his prophet or being like his, like the Messiah or whatever the case may be. But I feel like I just see Kanye West and I see a big beam of white light being pulled through him or being like channeling through him. And it's like this light is so strong that it's like they try to douse it out and they can't. It's like everything is coming out. It's, to be honest, in some ways, it's like he's being used as like a sacrifice. You know what I mean? But for like how Jesus was a sacrifice for our sins. You know what I mean? I feel like in the same way that's what's happening to Kanye West. I do get the sense that he's going to lose more of his wealth, but I do feel like there's going to be some kind of outlet or company or whatever that are in alignment to this rebellion that is going to actually help fund him and get him back on his feet. But I do feel like even though he's lost a lot of his worth in certain ways, he obviously has his protection when it comes to finances. So I do feel like he is going to bounce back, but really and truly, you're going to start to see that he's going to start taking a much humbler approach to life. You know what I mean? But again, I keep in mind the essence of Jesus and the sacrifice. You know what I mean? So think about it. Born is almost like was killed and was born again. You know what I mean? So there's something like that that's happening because because we have to go back to ancestry, that people have to realize when it comes to Kanye West, that Kanye West actually has a really strong ancestry. So no matter if these low vibrational or horned god people try to defeat him in any way or try to do things to kind of subdue him or whatever the case may be, it's like his lineage goes so far back in such a strong line. And so many emblems have been built around his lineage in itself that it's like for one faucet they try to fix, another one sprouts out. So that's what I'm seeing. I also get the sense where I'm seeing also Kim, and I heard the veil coming off. So there's a part of her that's actually gonna try to work off like freeing herself too. Because I get the sense that even though she loves the industry, she loves what she does, she's getting to a space of chasing realism and chasing like the reality of life in itself. Like I think she's getting tired of the old charade. Like it's like I've done it all and I've done everything. Like what is there next to do? You know what I mean? But I do see appealing like that. Kris Jenner, I do see that I see health issues around her. I do feel like her health is going to start to decline in some way. I do get the sense that it has to do, it is a bit karmatic as well. I do feel like, I don't know why I'm hearing blood. So I'm hearing something with blood, something like that. But I do feel a sense of her health coming up for question this year. I don't know why I feel like she really needs to fast. I just heard that. Not like I'm a doctor or anything like that, but I just heard fasting. Fasting needs to happen. Fasting needs to take place. I do get the sense when it comes to Beyonce, within the next year or so, she's going to actually have another child. I do see that. I see two. I don't believe that they're probably her own pregnancies. She may either adopt or do surrogacy, but I do see another child coming into her life. I also see another child coming for her sister as well. As well. Miss Tina, she needs to watch her health as well. And I'm seeing that. I'm also seeing something around her husband. Because I just saw like a gray veil go over her husband's face. So I'm not exactly sure what that means right now, but I do see that. I don't know. I just got the baby. I see something with the baby. I don't know if it's the charge that he got off of or something does come up, but I do get the sense that he may get himself into some legal trouble again. And I don't think he's going to be as lucky as he was the last time, is what I see. They're really tearing the baby down. Because I really feel like, I literally see tower moment. I see like somebody building up in order for everything to be broken down. I wonder how old he is, because he could be going through his Saturn return as well. Because I just saw a tower and I saw everything crumbling. Wow, I just saw Kelly Rowland. I see another opportunity coming to her as well. Feels like it's going to be a really big one. Whatever it is, the opportunity that is coming up for her, I feel like it's something that she's going to be able to make staple for herself. You know what I mean? Like she's going to be able to make, have a long run with it and make almost like a rebirth to her career in a way, is what I'm seeing. But overall, when it comes to the energies of this year, I just feel like this is a year, like every year, it feels like it's going to go by really fast. I honestly feel like these 2 years coming up are going to be years where there's going to be a lot of reaping of rewards. Like what you reap, what you sow. It's like a lot of harvesting is going to be happening between this year and 2025. But 2025 is like I see a big wall and I see the energy go up and there's like a crash. So it feels to me like these last 2 years is like we're experiencing the wrap up of the karmic energies we had to flow through for the first 3 years of the half of this decade, and then the next 2 years is just flow. I don't know why I feel like this year is also going to be a year that's very big on humility, because I see a lot of people apologizing. Like, I don't know why. Also, I see this thing about cancel culture. That cancel culture thing is going to start to diminish in a bit. And I see a lot of apologies, understanding. I see like this like a sense of stagnant energy that starts to fall to the wayside. You know what I mean? Is what I'm seeing actually happen around. Spy mission. Why did I just heard spy mission China? Spy mission China. I heard spy mission China reported. I don't know why I heard that on those waters. I see on those waters, if you go into the Pacific waters, I don't know why I see this plant. Okay. And it's a very it looks like a very plasmic looking plant, but it's only found on that side of the world. And it feels to me that it's a plant that's gonna cure a disease that's been quite an epidemic for a while. I don't know if it's AIDS and HIV or if it has to do with cancer or whatever the case may be. But it's a very plasmic thing. But the thing is that I also see with this plant that it's on very protected lands. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's like on native lands or sort, because there's going to be something about where the plant could be something that can be provided to masses, but there's going to be a lot of battling when it comes to the mining factor of it or the harvesting factor of it, because it feels like it's a plant that's very indigenous to a certain set of people, and these certain set of people are not people that usually allow outsiders or allow outside influence to really delve in their lands or something like that. But I do see that. I feel like even though we're going through this inflation that has been causing a lot of people to, it's causing struggle for a lot of people, I do get the sense that there's going to become a balance. And I don't know why I see the airs and I see a balancing of finances where things are going to be able to raise and grow is what I'm seeing. When it comes to the war, I guess in Russia, because that just came up for me in my mind right now, I'll give it till April or May. It feels like things are going to start to subside. There'll be some kind of agreement. And then I see a lock. So meaning like, it's like, okay, there's this influx in inflation happening, and then there's like a lock. So meaning like, it's like, it will take a lot for things to kind of grow itself again or inflate again. So that's pretty much it. That's what I do see for 2023. If you guys have any questions at all about what is to come, just put them in the description box. I will answer them as quickly as I can. Again, if you'd like to get a psychic reading, you could always hit me up. My handles are in the description box. Again, if you have any information, concerns, or anything, or videos that you want me to do videos on, be sure to put it in the comment box, okay? So I do want to thank you so much for your time and rocking with me. And again, Happy New Year to you guys all. Some of you guys I haven't talked to since 2022. But Happy New Year to you guys. I hope it's a prosperous 2023 for you guys. And may God make all your wishes come true. So I want to thank you so much for your time and rocking with me. May God bless you and the angels protect you. Good night.